stories are beings. We don't create them. If anything, they create us. If we use them as narrative, they use us as mind varices. But if we serve them as vision, they serve us with collective intelligence. The Noosphere is thus our home, if we don't poison it with our own fear.
That you have a virtue like courage, that is definitely a virtue if it's pointed in the right direction. If you're courageous for the right reasons, but then the same virtue can become a kind of prideful, irascibility that can trap you and that can make you its slave if it's not pointed towards something higher. If it's not pointed to something else, it kind of traps you. And that's what Dante, for example, tries to show in his Divine Comedy, which is that, anything that is not aiming up and always kind of giving itself up towards higher and higher goods can become a vice. And that's what we see in the Philokalia. It's like the vices and the virtues are basically the same thing that depending on how they're treated will either be something like a angelic transport towards God or a demonic kind of rule over you.
Anyway, you can't serve the God and mammon. You want to be a big shot? You want to go out and be a hedge fund manager? Go ahead and do it. But you can forget about your aspirations to reality theory. There are all kinds of people out there, elites, money bags of various kinds, who think, well, first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get out there and I'm going to make $1 billion. I'm going to make a lot of money. And then, armed with that money, I'm going to save the world. No, you're not, because you spent all your capital. It's hard to get money. Okay, it really does kind of knock you out. You've got to have the right connections. You've got to have the lucky breaks. If you immerse yourself in that goose chase, okay, if that's what you live for, by the time you get your money and you're sitting there and now you're a big billionaire and you're going to do this and you're going to do that, there's nothing left. All you can do is put on a show. This has been proven time and time and time again. You're subscribing to a tell-on that is designed to get you money, and that tell-on now controls your thoughts. It's not going to let any distractions through by way of reality theory. You're not going to be able to keep those things in mind anymore because it's all about getting money, furthering the interests of the corporation, right? Not running afoul of corporate culture. All of these things are going to occupy your attention